Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Gold and silver rise even higher. The stars are aligning for precious metals, more specifically gold and silver, because you can see gold and silver are in the green, but platinum and palladium are drastically falling. Now, the floodgates have opened. There's been a buying frenzy. Right now, Bullion says there's a 3-day waiting order because there's so many transactions. There's so many people trying to buy gold and silver. Now, with that said, I'm going to be explaining 3 ways silver is better than gold. We see silver approaching $30. $30. Let's go back to the chart. Actually, since it broke above that $26 mark, you see a huge correction, almost almost $2 correction, and this is people selling right here, which shot the price down, but there's still a lot of stability. So we're going to be staying in this price range for a while, and it's only going to go up from here. So this is extremely bullish for silver, and you guys know that I love silver. I'm definitely more bullish on silver than gold. I have been for the last 7 years. I've been investing into silver. I've been telling you guys silver is a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. The time hasn't come yet, but today I can definitely say the time is coming. The consequences of the miners abandoning silver mines, with the rising demand, everything is looking like silver is about to explode, or is exploding. It's in the beginning stages of it. The stars have aligned. The perfect scenario has happened, from the interest rates, from the pandemic, from the supply and demand, from silver prices rising, attracting investors, from stock markets and everything under the sun. It is benefiting silver. And that's what I'm talking about for so long, that silver has so many things going for it. There's so many different angles that will fuel silver prices or give it potential. It's blatantly obvious that it would explode, and now we're finally seeing that. So 3 ways silver is better than gold. Here's the summary. Gold and silver have been getting much more attention after their recent surge. Even big banks are recommending you buy gold, and I say don't forget silver. Silver is also a monetary metal, has more industrial uses, and central banks have less of it. So here's the thesis summary. The recent surge in both gold and silver bullion has renewed the interest of both retail and institutional investors. I have been warning about this for a while, and it seems that now even the big banks like Goldman Sachs are recommending the yellow metal as an investment. This has also sparked the age-old silver versus gold debate. Below, I explain why silver is at this time potentially a better investment than gold. Use ownership and price are 3 determining factors in my analysis. So silver has industrial use, right? And let me give you a little backstory. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. So silver is used for everything. It's intertwined with everything. If you want the newest, latest iPhone, you better hope that the big companies are still buying silver, because silver is widely used in iPhones, laptops, everything from medical equipment to colloidal silver, silver nanoparticles, photovoltaic cells and solar panels with green energy, the green energy revolution, all the way to 5G technology, all the way to electric vehicles. Silver is used in everything. Gold, on the other hand, is used more for coinage, jewelry, bars, stuff like that. So not only is silver a monetary metal, it's an industrial metal. So where gold benefits, where the economy is doing bad as a safe haven asset, silver benefits, but silver also benefits when the economy is doing good, because silver is so tied into all these things, all this new technological era we're advancing in. So silver is a win-win situation. The first thing that sets silver apart from gold is the fact that it has extensive practical uses. It is estimated that about half of the demand comes from industrial use. Of course, gold also has some industrial use. Phone chips have some gold in them, for example, but the potential for gold, or for the increased demand for silver, is much higher. The first and most widespread use of silver was photography, which used silver nitrate to create light-sensitive halide crystals. But this technology has come a long way since then, and silver demand from this industry peaked in 1999. However, a much more interesting technology came to take its place: photovoltaic. Silver began to be used in the early 2000s as a conductor in photovoltaic cells. And I'm going to summarize all this. So they're talking about, what silver is used in photovoltaic cells. And that's PV. And it's very interesting because, yes, it's not used in technology, I mean, in photography as much anymore, but we're in a green revolution. Everyone's trying to go green. Everyone's trying to use solar panels and go electric with vehicles, with houses, with everything. And silver is still widely used for that. So as we go green, as the world goes green, it's only gonna demand more silver. So banks don't have it, right? Another big reason you should consider adding more silver to your portfolio is that central banks don't have it, or have very little of it. See, banks have a lot of gold. They don't have a lot of silver though. Silver's not money, or silver isn't legal tender anymore. Silver doesn't have a place in quote unquote fiat in the political or the government side of things, which is crazy because gold and silver are real money. The other reason is that central banks could start buying silver again, with central banks playing catch up with silver, so to speak. We could see it outperform gold in the months and even years to come. Silver is undervalued. There are a few ways we can measure the value of gold or silver, arguably through this is a hard thing to do. Gold and silver have for most of the history been the standard of value, hence the term the gold standard. Even though gold is seen as the most popular monetary metal, both coexisted for quite some time. In fact, for most of history, what we had was a bimetallic standard where gold and silver circulated together as a currency. This is why the idea of the gold to silver ratio arose. In other words, what is the value of gold relative to silver? For most of history, the ratio has remained quite stable around 20-1, although there have been instances in supply shifts that have altered this. So what's the ratio now? It's around 80-1. 80-1, meaning it takes 80 ounces of silver to equal or equate to 1 ounce of gold. Now, historically, it's around 20-1. So, I actually shared this in my video yesterday. If gold is at $2,000 and the ratio is 16-1, that still puts silver at over $100. Over $100. So if we are correcting back down to this ratio, silver outperforming gold, I'm going to be realistic. It's not going to get back down to 20-1. That's unrealistic. Over the past, several decades, it's been around 60-1. I remember when it was 75-1, it was extremely high, but we saw in March it was 125-1, and that was when we saw that $11, $12 silver. So the gold to silver ratio is a great tool to see which is the better investment during that period of time. And as the ratio keeps going lower, this means that silver is outperforming gold. Silver is more profitable than gold. So silver is more volatile. There's more opportunity. It hits higher highs and lower lows. That's why I say if you're a new stacker, it's more affordable. It's cheaper. It's definitely a better way to go. It's a safer, smarter way with a lot more potential as well. So here's the takeaway. I have personally been advocating the importance of owning gold and silver since the Great Depression. Unsurprisingly, it has taken gold breaking its previous highs for people to realize that. Fundamentally, gold and silver will be going much higher. And that's so true. It's so crazy how when it's low, when you should be buying it, no one wants to listen. No one wants to get it at a discount, but when it's going higher and it's the most expensive, that's when everyone buys it. They're paying the highest price. They're paying for gold and silver when it's the most expensive. That's when you should be selling it. Buy low, sell high. Buy the dips, sell the tops. Most people buy high and sell low. Most people do it backwards. That's why the people that have been watching my videos when silver was $11, when silver was, extremely low, and they still were bullish, when they still saw the bigger picture, when they still had faith in it, those are the ones that are going to get rewarded. Right? Your patience is definitely going to pay off. So at this point, there's no real reason to not include some gold and silver in your portfolio. Furthermore, I would advise anyone who can to own physical gold and silver. And keyword, physical gold and silver. If you can't hold it, you don't own it. A lot of people are investing to the ETF side of it, exchange traded funds, right? And that's essentially there's potential in that, but you're missing the whole point of stacking precious metals. It's so nobody else is in control of your money. There's no third party. Your money You know, you don't have to worry about your gold and silver being stored in some vault halfway across the world or some third-party custodian. You know, you are in complete control of your money, and you can take it and put it away or do whatever you want with it from your will, not time or waiting to go through all these legal things and all these hardships. It's just, you're missing the whole point. Right, you're missing the whole point if you're investing in the digital side of it. You might as well invest in the stocks, and stocks are pegged to the dollar, which the dollar is crashing. So that's like switching seats on the Titanic, right? Gold and silver is a threat to the U.S. dollar because of these reasons, because it cannot be created nor destroyed. It can't be printed out of thin air like fiat currency can. No wonder why we're almost $25 trillion in debt, right? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understand now why silver is so much better than gold. Hopefully, you have been stacking silver. If not, maybe look into trading some gold for silver. I probably wouldn't recommend that right now since the ratio is so low. You won't get as much silver for gold as you would have a couple months ago. But the whole point is to see silver's potential, to see the bigger picture, to take the blindfold off, to take the lens away, and see the reality. Because a lot of people have a stereotype, have a stigma about silver being a bad investment or being, you know, and gold and silver aren't valuable just because they're shiny, right? Silver has some real uses and a lot of uses that gold doesn't have. And you need to understand why silver has this potential, to understand where the price is going. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. The link to this article from Seeking Alpha will be in the description. Make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. We're approaching 29,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.